A young Anna is excited for her transformation once she washes out the relaxer in her hair. Her older cousin, Linda, helped her do her hair, and now they're waiting for it to process. Anna complains of her scalp at the back of her head burning, but Linda dismisses it, saying the product is working. It is time to wash it off. And as Linda starts washing, a lot of Anna's hair starts falling out from the back of her head, leaving a portion of her scalp burned. Linda is petrified. She apologizes repeatedly and says she followed the instructions thoroughly. Anna takes a hand mirror to see the damage and screams when she sees the wound that will leave an ugly scar. The mirror slips from her hand, and its shattering adds to her shrieking. It is 1989, Los Angeles, many years after the incident. Anna has turned into a beautiful woman. She is getting ready for an interview. As she combs her hair, the scar reminds her of the incident. Currently, she is an executive assistant at Culture, a television station featuring African-American music artists. Even though she is confident at the interview, she doesn't get the spot. She goes to the office and realizes she is late for a meeting. Grant Madison, the owner of the station, is speaking of the change he thinks will benefit the station. He announces that Edna, the current executive VP, is stepping down from her position. Anna is devastated, as she was Edna's assistant, and Edna was soon going to give Anna a raise. Grant introduces former supermodel Zora as the new executive VP. As the day goes by, they are busy with the recording. Julius, the DJ at Culture, is Anna's old flame, with whom she occasionally has flings. They get hooked to a new number by Sandra being played, mostly because of how good her hair looks. They try guessing what she did to her hair to make it look that good, and they settle on a weave. After the shoot, Anna proposes that she and Julius go out somewhere, but Julius is not interested in her and says he is seeing someone else. Even though he uses her for his pleasure whenever he wants, he is inconsiderate of her feelings. The emotional turmoil of not getting the job, Julius betraying her, and fear of losing her current job is too much for her. If this isn't enough, Anna's landlord, Mr. Tannen, threatens to kick her out of the apartment because she is 10 days late to pay the rent. The next day, Zora calls Anna into her office. Zora comes to know that Anna is the mind behind their show, The Block. Anna wanted to host and produce, but it went to Julius. Zora is impressed by Anna's idea of a daily countdown show, where the audience can actively engage and vote for their favorite number. She offers Anna the post of executive producer. Anna just wanted that, amidst everything that was going on in her life. Anna starts to leave when Zora asks her who does her hair. Anna says she does it herself. Zora paints the harsh reality of how people perceive natural hair and asks her to change it to a weave so that she fits the new image of their channel. Zora calls them the free-flowing girls. Sandra, Zora's secretary, introduces Vergis to Anna and gives her their card. Anna visits her aunt and uncle. Linda is there with her boyfriend. They are the only family she has got, as she grew up in their house. Linda starts talking about old folklore about witches. Her uncle recalls it was called Moss Hair Girl. Besides her auntie, her uncle and Linda keep rubbing the fact that they are doctorates in her face. Her auntie supports her, and even monetarily helps her when she shares that her rent was increased to $500. While leaving, her uncle gives her the book that has a compilation of the folklore, which he calls their story. He apologizes for their slight altercation on the subject, and says he forgets that he's not a professor at home sometimes. He has also put an envelope containing money for her in the book. He doesn't show it much, but he cares about his niece. She intends to use the money to get her new hair. Even though the weave at Vergi is a whooping $450 and there is no appointment left, Anna manages to get herself a spot. It is already dark when her turn comes. Vergi asks her to look around at her exclusive hair collection and find the hair that speaks to her the most. And finally, she comes across lustrous black locks, which make her feel something. Vergi braids her hair mercilessly, and she cries in pain. But as is said, beauty is pain. She endures it, even as the needles pierce her scalp and she bleeds. She forgets her pain when she sees herself in the mirror. Vergi gives her a pink bottle to put on her scalp and hair as a treatment, and warns her never to get the hair wet. That night Anna cannot sleep, so she starts reading the book her uncle gave her. She reads about the moss-haired girl. The story talked about a plain black girl who, one walking in the woods, found a tree that had black moss growing on it. It almost resembled hair, so she took some from the tree and made herself a wig. But before she can read further, Anna falls asleep. The next day, Anna makes heads turn. Amid hellos, winks, and smiles, she flicks her hair, but regrets it as her scalp is still sore. Anna gets a paper cut while flipping through the pages. She gets disgusted when a lock of her hair is stuck inside the cut, and she has to pull it out. Zora calls her to a meeting, where she presents Anna's idea as her own, but Anna is too distracted by the pain. She is stuck between proving her loyalty to Zora and her allegiance to her girl group, but her patience is tested when Zora and Anna compete not only in hair flicks, but also in sleeping with Julius. Anna is tired after a stressful day. She dozes off on the couch and has a horrible dream in which her hair comes to life and possesses her, making her change her eye color. A knock suddenly wakes her up. It is Linda. She has brought dinner. The sisters have dinner together, and Linda soon leaves. She takes the folklore book with her. Not long after, a drunk Mr. Tannen invites himself into Anna's apartment and forces himself on her. Anna grabs a knife and stabs Mr. Tannen. She loses control over herself and gets a glimpse of hair being cut from the tree. Her eyes change to bluish gray with a unique pattern, and her hair sucks Mr. Tannen's blood, turning him gray and lifeless once they are done. Anna freaks out at what just happened, but she can't get incriminated, so she throws Mr. Tannen's body into the dumpster under her window. The next day, the police come to investigate his passing. Most of his tenants are happy he's gone, and Anna plays along. At the office, Anna tries to convince her friend Sista not to quit culture just because she has to change her appearance for TV. She says more from her experience from the past few days, how people look at you and see somebody else, and somehow you become more of yourself. Anna is experiencing this change, and as she sees herself in the mirror, although that reflection has honey eyes, she feels more like herself. Anna reminds herself she'll never do it again. She only did it because Mr. Tanner was a bad man. While she speaks, her reflection stays still and listens to her. Managing her hair is becoming difficult for her, no matter how much pink stuff she uses. And this doesn't escape Zora's attention. Anna realizes that Zora knows something about the hair. As she makes out from the cryptic questions she asks her, she tries to comb out her hair. But nothing works, and the flashes of her hair absorbing Mr. Tanner's blood keep coming, as if her hair is reminding her of food. Soon her period starts, and her hair becomes an entity of its own. After quenching their thirst, much to Anna's disgust, Anna looks in the mirror, denying everything that happened. Suddenly her hair is everywhere, like the tentacles of an octopus. They move vigorously, before going back to a sleek straight shape. At the launch of the cult, formerly known as the Culture, Edna meets Anna. But Edna is not happy, and criticizes Anna's hair. She blames Anna for her lack of integrity, as she backed off after she had promised to join Edna when she opened her own label. Anna becomes sarcastic and retorts, saying that Zora pays her more than she did, and is giving Anna her own show. Hurt, Edna soon leaves. Anna catches Madison's attention. She is on cloud 9 when he announces there is going to be a new host for the live show. But all her dreams come crashing down when he reveals Zora to be the new face. Anna cannot believe that Zora took what Anna has been dreaming about since she joined the company. After a fight with Zora, Julius courts Anna, and makes her come to his place to spend the night. They soon start getting intimate, and the hair possesses Anna completely. She takes the wine glass from the bedside table and breaks it to create a sharp-edged weapon. She then stabs Julius many times, as the hair keeps growing and feeding on his blood. She lifts her neck much further back than a normal being, and stares into oblivion with those blazing honey eyes. When she comes back to her senses, she screams after realizing what she has done. She runs away from there, crying all the way. She finds a telephone booth and calls Linda, and asks her to finish the story of the moss girl, as she had not read the last bit of it. Linda tells her what she has been experiencing with the blood-drinking hair. It is revealed in the story that the hair is not a moss, but a witch's hair that needs blood to grow strong enough to take over a person's body. Then the witches can return to the world. Anna cries as she listens to the story in disbelief. In the end, the hair wraps around the girl's body and strangles her. Even now, if someone sees her, the body is hers, but the witches take turns in her head, frightened for her life. And the people around her, Anna goes to another salon to get the weave off. There she meets Edna, and apologizes profoundly to her friend and mentor. Edna accepts her apology, and tells Anna she looks good in the hair. She adds that in a perfect world, a woman would be able to wear her hair as she wants. As the hairdresser tries to cut the hair possesses Anna and eliminates all the people in the salon. Not a single drop of blood is left. And when Anna regains consciousness, she wails, seeing her friend and innocent people become the victim of the hair she got, thinking it would do her good. She rushes to call Zora, but she isn't available at home. She makes her way to the office, thinking Zora must be there. There Anna finds her friend's body, and Zora sitting nearby. They share experiencing similar changes, like the pangs of hunger and the dreams of the plantation after getting a weave. It is like the hair is trying to get inside them. Zora tries to get rid of the hair by trying to chop it off with the scissors, but the hair stops her and strangles her, breaking her neck. Anna is terrified by what just happened and runs out of the building. She tries to find out more about the hair and visits her uncle, but with no luck. Nobody can get a hold of Zora the next day, so Rosalind asks Anna to take the spot. She does a fantastic job. In the middle of the show, she spots Zora in the corner, who is now completely possessed by the hair. Anna is done for the day and is leaving for home when she sees Zora standing near the window in her office. She goes to check the office, but meets Rosalind, who says she didn't see Zora. Suddenly, Rosalind is pulled into the office by two long locks of hair, and when the door opens, Zora has eliminated her and is now coming for Anna. Anna runs to save her life and hides in a room full of possessed women who have had a weave. Anna runs out of that room and slowly makes her way in the corridor, unaware of a pair of blue eyes watching her from above. The shriek from Zora scares Anna, and she screams and runs, while locks of hair follow her, trying to grab her. She runs to the door, but it opens with a code. Anna hides under a table, and soon finds the code written on a sticky note. As she pulls the sticky note, the hair grabs her foot and drags her out from underneath the table. She had picked up a knife kept on the table before hiding underneath, and that helps her get away as she cuts the chunk of hair grabbing her legs. The hair oozes out blood. Anna is able to open the door and get out from there. She again reaches a dead end, and hears a sound coming from the stairs she just climbed down. Thinking fast, she breaks open the glass, and takes out the axe to attack whatever is coming down the stairs, but it turns out to be her friend Brooke. Brooke tells her she didn't have the money to get weave at Virgie's, so she got hers from a local salon, which is why she didn't turn into one of them. But she had to act to save herself when she was in that room with other possessed women. But Brooke's relief is short-lived as the hair attacks her and takes her with it. Anna runs after her to save her friend. Zora lets Brooke go, and for a brief moment, Anna gets possessed and Zora's and Anna's hair starts mingling, but Anna breaks free from the possession and strikes Zora's hair with the axe she is carrying. Anna tries to deliver a second blow, but the axe falls from her hand, having no choice. Anna takes her stiletto and hits Zora so hard that the heel punctures her forehead. Brooke and Anna run. Sista comes out of nowhere and eliminates Brooke. All the possessed women walk towards Anna. Anna locks herself in the sound room, but the hair starts entering from the gaps in the door. Having nowhere to go, Anna lies on the ground and spots a gun attached to the bottom of the table. She quickly pulls it out and points it at Zora from the glass window. She confidently pulls the trigger, but it turns out to be a lighter. Once again, lying on the ground, Anna uses the lighter to light her last cigarette as she prepares herself for what is to come. And then she remembers Virgie's had told her never to wet her hair. She gets up and triggers the fire alarm with the lighter. All the fire sprinklers are activated and water starts pouring. The women shriek as their hair gets wet and lose their power. Anna takes the opportunity and cuts all her hair. When she comes out, all the women lie powerless. Anna later finds out that the pink stuff given to her to put in her hair had pig's blood to feed the hair. She discards the bottle in a similar fashion as she did with Mr. Tanner. Zora features in the culture advertisement. Even though she survived, she is fully possessed by the witch's hair. Anna moves to her uncle's place. After helping her bring her stuff, Linda says she's going to get something, so she'll be late. Anna doesn't question her as she finishes reading the Moss Girl story. The truck, frequently seen throughout, is taken back. Once on a plantation, it is open to reveal many bodies. The truck is filled with boxes of hair, and the bodies are unloaded. The folklore revealed that the plantation's owner had 2 sons who continued farming hair. One of the sons is revealed to be Culture's owner, Grant Madison, and the moss tree stands nearby, with hair flowing from it. Linda is ready to leave and calls out to Anna, letting her know she has finally got an appointment at Virgie's, so she'll be late for dinner. Anna desperately calls out to Linda,